I just feel so overwhelmed with emotion. And I don't want to cry. I am back into therapy weekly and I am enjoying it. One tip I learned is the power of therapy. And one thing my therapist said to me, if this is your life 5 years from now, would you be happy? If not, watch this video right now and seeing things that I have been through my journey of navigating success, because it gets ugly. Welcome to your success stories. It's your girl Nika Johnson, a credit coach and budgeting expert, and I help people take control of their money. Today it's time to have a conversation. The last couple months, the last several weeks, in the last couple days, there's been a lot of things heavy on my heart, and so what's best to do is turn on the camera and just speak from the heart. So this is completely unscripted. This is just letting go. And these are lessons that I am learning along the way that I want to be able to share, just in case if you are in this space or will soon be in this space. So yesterday morning, decided to get up and I started my day with cleaning out my closet. And the reason why I started my day cleaning my closet, because normally when I start the day, every Sunday it's deep clean, turn on my old school, my Luther Vandross Pandora playlist, start cleaning, doing laundry, and a couple hours later start prepping for dinner. And I've been noticing my lack of desire of cooking dinner. I love cooking. And when I'm not in that space of cooking, I'm either grinding or I'm overwhelmed emotionally because of something that I have not been able to put my hands on quite yet. And I remember in the beginning of the new year, I made a comment and I say, not a new year, new me, just a better me. Thank you for calling Budget to Success. How can I help you? Okay, what I'll do is make a note and count. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna be in. He's not in yet today, so he comes a little later. I'll make a note. Okay, we'll take a look and then we can send you a message and then we can go from there. Thank you for calling Budget to Success. How can I help you? Alright, bye-bye. You see that? How many times did my phone just go off while making this video? 4 times now. Always serving. This is an example of what I go through as being an entrepreneur. I may have something on my task list, something on my schedule of how I want to plan things accordingly, but something always comes up. And it's these roadblocks, and it's just how do you adapt to it? How do you still keep making something shake and make it happen? Not a new year, new me, but a better me, right? And within that, it's something was heavy on my heart. And I always believe also is that when you keep thinking about something, listen. I never knew when the Lord talked to me. I never knew what it meant. And I prayed and I wanted to learn. And I'm not trying to get religious because I want to respect everybody in religion, and that's not who I am. But I remember in the beginning of the year, I was uneasy and I could not focus on work. I couldn't focus on a lot of things because I did not listen about something tugging at me about cleaning up my closet. On this particular occasion, I woke up on a Sunday and there was something tugging at me. And typically the way I set my tones on my Sundays is cleaning, laundry, and preparing for Sunday dinner. That's soul food, okay? If y'all got the meal calendar, I like to cook bigger meals on Sundays so we can have leftovers on Mondays because that's in the budget, okay? But this particular Sunday, I woke up and I couldn't start my household duties. It was something tugging at me of saying I need to go organize my closet. I need to get rid of my old clothes that I keep holding on to. I need to get rid of my clothes that I'm not wearing and that I am complete and exhausted and out of hangers. Sometimes I'm doubling up pants and I'm holding on to these things. And why do we do that? Why are we holding on to things so much? Because it's familiar. It makes us comfortable. And I had to ask myself, why do I hate laundry so much? I have no problem sorting. I have no problem putting in the washer or the dryer. But putting up, I despise it the most. Do you struggle with laundry? Let me know if I'm crazy or not. Let me know down below. But I despise it. And I start to ask myself and say, Nika, why do you not like doing laundry? It's because you're out of hanger. And then you buy more hangers and you're out. And then it's just like, you ever been in your closet and you're tuggling and you're trying to put room and make room for this outfit. It's similar to how we keep tuggling in things in our life that we won't let go, and we keep asking for new and we're not ready to receive new. You know how I was toggling through my clothes and my closet and things like that. I'm trying to make things fit. Certain situations you keep bumping your head because you're not learning your lessons, because you keep trying to make things be what it needs to be and it doesn't. You have to let go. So what I learned is about the importance of letting things go. And I always say, let go people, places, and things that no longer serve you. So the same way that I'm wrestling and frustrating about when I am doing laundry and allowing folded clothes sit on my chair in my bedroom for a week, and now it's time to wash again, and here I am adding more to the pile instead of addressing it and not avoiding it, kind of how like y'all be doing with your finances. I had to let go. You know, ever scroll on social media and you see something cute, a cute little outfit, and it's like, oh my gosh, look at her in that 40-inch bust down, she cute. Or you see people outfits and be like, click the link in my bio, the affiliate links, you know, go shop there in inspo, check it out on TikTok shop. It is like, how do I make room for something new? How do I make room for a new wardrobe and not feel like I never have anything to wear? Because I got so much to wear, but I just don't like the things that I have in there to wear. It's not good enough, right? This can be applied in so many aspects in life. We are not letting go. You're praying for things that you are unprepared for. You're saying and preparing for becoming a homeowner. But what are you doing to make room for that to happen? Are you getting your credit together? Are you budgeting? Are you saving? You know, for example, I know someone that I was talking through a situation of having a closed credit card with a balance that was content to make just the minimum payment. But if it's been like that for a year or two, and you are having goals of inspiration of wanting a house, start a business, to relocate, get a new car, whatever the case may be, here's a situation right now that's kind of preventing you or will be a roadblock. And here's something may seem so far stretched that you will want, not doing the things that's necessary to make it happen. And maybe we don't think about things like that, but to become a homeowner, if I have a closed off credit card with a balance, that's gonna hit my DTI, my debt to income ratio, right? That's more money I'm paying towards debt instead of strategically becoming aggressive and satisfying it and being intentional and not just doing by making a minimum payment or paying a little here, a little there, but strategically like making the necessary sacrifices of paying the debt off and being done with it. How you are pacifying your finances of doing what you got to do just to get by is why you not where you want to be. Why you not getting to the end destination, not getting to the end of your goal, to be able to get to making your dreams a reality, because you're doing the bare minimum and not enough. And by doing that, where is it getting you? You're becoming comfortable. You're becoming stagnant. Similar to when I was having a conversation with someone and felt like in their circle group, they're number one, the top. Well, newsflash, if you're the top of your group, you're in the wrong group. You know, that's someone else. I had to tell myself that. Because if you get around people that's doing better than you, then you will see a reality of you may not doing quite as good. Some things that I am learning this year. Make room for the things that you are praying and hoping and wishing for. Do you got a dream? A dream that makes you happy. A dream that gets you excited and nervous in the inside. What is your dream? Did you have a dream that you felt that was so real and you're waiting on that moment for it to happen? Because which is crazy is that I am living something that I once dreamed of. I am. And you probably are too, or you will. Don't ever think for any second that your dreams are too big or that they are unrealistic, because they're not. You can do anything that you put your mind to. You got to be careful with telling a vision, a goal of people that do not understand or could even understand it. Sometimes as people, we are naive of thinking that people want the best. That's how I was. I would think that nobody was hating, nobody was gonna be jealous, everybody was gonna be happy for me. Hell no. How you gonna think somebody gonna be happy for you when they not happy for themselves? It's kind of like you asking for someone to love you and they don't even know how to love themselves. We gotta be realistic about the things that we are asking for, no matter how much that it may hurt us. You gotta be careful when you're going into these social media groups, circles, friends, venting, sharing your glory, your highs, your successes with people that are inadequate to have the mental capacity to be able to actually be happy for you. And sometimes it ain't their fault, but because people are constantly in survival mode, they're constantly struggling, they only see what today, they can't even look up and be prepared for tomorrow. And I don't want you to ever get in a space of feeling like that you gotta dim your light, because that's not what we're doing. We're not dimming our light for nobody. I want you to shine your light. It's just so much that I can talk to you about and tell you. And something else that I often experience is that, so lately I'm in this mode of like, when I'm in my hungry season, in my hunting, like doggy world grind mode, I don't be want to talk to people. I don't want to text people. I don't want to talk on the phone. I don't want to be on FaceTime because they are a distraction of what my goals are. And more people need to be able to implement this, is because every time someone calls you doesn't mean that you're obligated to pick up, because energy transfers, but nobody want to talk about that. And I hate when I feel like I need to do this, I need to be a good friend, I gotta answer this call, and someone literally sucks the life out of you from a phone conversation. Now you're discombobulated, you feel like you didn't reach your daily tasks or your goals, or there's so much more that you could have been doing that was useful or just draining. Pay attention to them people. Pay attention to people that is always coming back spreading negativity to you, screenshotting some stuff to you. Why are you screenshotting me of what you have seen? It comes across as messy. Don't bring me that type of negativity. You could bring me awareness of, hey, you got someone that may be playing both sides, maybe being fake. But I don't need someone to always screenshot, because if I ask you who you got it and you say I'm not gonna tell you, the stuff is fake and I'm gonna look at you sideways. So what the heck did you tell me for? Something else I want to address on is that I'm constantly in a space of self-awareness, of wanting to grow and always want to be the best version that I can. And that is always going to be a process, right? But it gets so exhausting when people see the old version of you. People keep bringing up things that you once did in your past that you're no longer there. When people treat you like you're not human. You see how my phone just went off? So in the midst of making this 20-minute video, I done had 3 calls come through. This is why I keep my phone on do not disturb, because as I'm trying to make this video, I keep getting distracted. Calls. I guess what's bothering me right now is that no matter what you do, someone will always have something negative to say. If you make a post that was intent to be positive, someone's gonna take it negative. Someone will always have feedback on something that you could have done better, could have did this, could have did that. But what are you doing? For me, I feel like I'm just becoming exhausted. I'm exhausted of always feeling misunderstood and always constantly being challenged of my growth and healing process. Meaning that a situation may happen or arise, and I'm learning this in therapy. Nobody is responsible for making me trigger. Their actions or something that they have done triggered me, but nobody could do something to me, right? One tip I learned is the power of therapy. I am back into therapy weekly and I am enjoying it. And one thing my therapist said to me, if this is your life 5 years from now, would you be happy? If not, watch this video right now and seeing things that I have been through my journey of navigating success, because it gets ugly. I just feel so overwhelmed with emotion. And I don't want to cry. I was the first generation of many things in my family. And it wasn't until recently someone actually asked me the question of, did you experience trauma navigating all of this? Like, what trauma came with being successful? Does trauma comes with being successful? And my response is hell yes. It's the trauma that nobody understands, because their trauma is because they don't have money and they're living from check to check and they're in survival mode, robbing Peter to pay Paul, and they're in the same circumstances that they was 10 years ago. Yet they keep saying they want more, but everybody has the same 24 hours in a day and they're not doing anything with it. And sometimes that's inadequate for people to say, oh, everybody don't have the same 24 hours as Beyonce. Yes, comes resources, tools with money and things like that, the execution. But the reality of it is we cannot keep blaming society, the world, and everybody else where we're not where we want to be at. We all have choices. If you was raised and your parent beat you and you decide to beat your child, you had a choice to model that same behavior. You had a choice not to model that same behavior. Some people have better choices and they choose not to. And when they choose the less of the best choices, or the evil or the odds or the worst one, and then they act so oblivious to the trauma or the things that comes with it, for that matter. I am here to tell you there is so much trauma becoming the first of a lot of things. There's trauma being that generation curse breaker. If you do, you don't, nobody is never satisfied. You buy a house, people could think that, oh, you think you all that. Then you could buy a house and other people think that's a sense of inspiration. You could tell your story, because you could put a person in the same situation and they're going to have two different outcomes, two different experiences, but let someone tell their story, then it's exaggerating, then it's they're lying, then it's that it happened that way, or no matter what, it's always something. When you speak your truth of your childhood upbringing, it's going to unsatisfy some parents or some adults or some key players that was a participant into your story. I remember coming across a quote recently. If you don't like the way I narrate you in my story, maybe you should have taught me better. Something along that lines. It gets so tiring of people always want to just hear the good about themselves and never the ugly. Because I know my stuff stink. I know I got some things that I got to work through. I know there's some broken pieces that I'm willing to mend and bend and to be better. I just really want to kind of address and kind of talk about, nobody kind of talks about the trauma of outgrowing your family, of outgrowing your friends because you feel lonely, you're questioning yourself, or self-sabotage because you feel like you made it and they didn't make it. It's always wondering if you're good enough. It's the demand of so many people want attention from you. This is why I have 2 cell phones. And this is why most days and most times, 90% of the day, I will have my phone on Do Not Disturb. I don't answer certain text message. And it's not that I got so big-headed, but to provide clarity is a lot of conversations be pointless. A lot of conversations is pointless. But if someone be like, hey, how's your day? You know, good. You know, how's your day? Good. And there's no substance there. Like, I don't mind for my companion, my partner say, hey, how are you doing? Type stuff like that. But the pointless conversations, I'm a high-functioning person and I'm always on go. I don't want to have pointless conversations sometimes. I don't have the mental capacity. I may be able to give 5 minutes, but I can't give 30 minutes and an hour that I once did, because I got goals and dreams and aspirations that I want to be able to reach. As I'm doing this video, my phone continuously keeps going off. I just feel overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed and overstimulated. Sometimes talking to people, I feel like I'm a transaction. It's like people always hit you up and be like, hey, I need you. Hey, I got a question. Hey, can you help me with this? Hey, can I do that? And it's just like, I know I have built this authority, but people are so demanding of your time. Like, hey, can you call me? Why would I just call you? Like, I'm not trying to even be funny. Like, why do you think I should just call you? Just because you asked me to? It don't make sense. I don't know what you want. I don't know what your intentions. People literally want to pick your brain about business or what you can help them, what you can do for them. But where is the equal of the value exchange? And when that value is not equal, then you need to be paying me for my time, or don't take too much of it. People always talk about navigating success, being a generation curse breaker, making more money, becoming 6 figures, hitting 7 figures. Nobody talks about the trauma that comes along with that. My name is Nika Johnson, and this is my story.